there's a lot of questions around, how do we get a whole mushroom through the FDA approval process? My understanding is that, it's a little bit difficult because the more variability there is, the more compounds there are. I mean, it's harder to measure, it's harder to take the whole thing through, right, than just synthetic psilocybin, for example, in pill form.
Yeah, that's true, but there is there's a special category called botanical drugs through the FDA. We standardize it to a known marker. So we've been told basically 2 known markers that are pharmacologically active, and standardization of a natural product does have a pathway. You're correct, it is more difficult. But when you see the evidence, and we'll be publishing a lot of papers of microdosing with psilocybin mushrooms, the data is very convincing. We were shocked, and none of our researchers expected the data to be so good. We thought you'd see a little bit of an improvement, but not the improvement of baseline. So some of our other talks that I've done just recently have these graphs, and people can look them up. And I have filed 6 patents on this. My patents were, I think, 16 months before Compass Pathways filed their first patent. I've been involved in psilocybin scene for a long time. And I've done this because not only is it my own research, it's my own ideas, but as you can see, it's the Wild West right now. I've had to serve 7 or 6 companies with cease and desist letters who have used my name on top of their products on a bottle, selling it over the internet. Paul Stamets stack formula. They didn't write me. They didn't ask me. I mean, who would do that? Who would do that? I mean, you have to wonder. It is because they're greedy. They want to capture a market and make money. But they didn't even have the common courtesy of respect. Say, well, maybe I should ask Paul whether I have permission. I would have said no. But I mean, you just can't rip somebody off just because you think you're going to make money on it, unless that is indeed your pure motive. It's just to exploit the market for monetary purposes. And I see something much grander. Psilocybin mushrooms allow it for the use by the commons. Pure psilocybin is a pharmaceutical that is a lot more expensive than growing psilocybin mushrooms. Psilocybin mushrooms are as cheap to grow as portobellos. Think of that. And we have the Black Lives Matter movement, which is really focused people all over the world about social injustice based on ethnicity. The white majority has been steering the ship too long without giving an equal voice to other peoples. And I'd like to remind everyone, we all came out of Africa. we're all Africans. We emerged as we migrated. And it's important that the trauma that is felt by indigenous peoples, by people in the lower financial strata, if we only let psilocybin be available therapeutically to the rich, who could spend $5,000 to $20,000 to have a session in a controlled resort hospital, that does not service the commons. That does not service the poor people who are living in the ghettos, who are ostracized, who've had generations of abuse that they've experienced. And as we all know, if your mother or father abused a child, the child is likely to become an abuser. If they've been abused, this has been injustice. So many people are thrown into jail who can't afford rich lawyers. They aren't rich enough to afford the lawyers to get out. They're traumatized. Trauma can be generational. And that's my point. We have to heal generational trauma. We can only do that if we make these medicines available to the broadest number of people at the most affordable prices to them. So that's what I'm hoping, that microdosing opens up that opportunity with natural products, with psilocybin mushrooms, as opposed to pharmaceuticals. There is one shining light example. A company called Usona is providing psilocybin for free. So all these clinical studies that are going on. And Bill Linton, who's a personal friend of mine, who has a very successful company that's funding this, and he's doing his damnedest to make psilocybin available at an affordable price. But bless his heart, Bill in USANA, I just don't think they have the capacity to be able to heal the world. And I think we need worldwide healing now. It's so important for us to change direction. And the one thing that comes out of these psilocybin studies, the meta studies done by other people, is that psilocybin not only helps overcome depression and anxiety and increases your mood, but it makes you happier. And if you're happier, you're more creative. And if you're more creative, you're happier. And we know now, we have good evidence that it increases intelligence. So who does not want to be happier, more creative, and intelligent? Well, actually, I posed that question and I had, 8,000 people thumbs up. But 6 or 7 people said thumbs down. And several people wrote, who in the world doesn't want to be happier and more creative? Apparently 7 people out of that group did not. So, you have to wonder, who are these people? Or are they just trolls that are just, want to be an outlier just because they're grumpy that day? Maybe they're the ones that need the psilocybin therapy more than others. But anyhow, so this is a fact. I think that psilocybin mushrooms create a paradigm shift in the evolution of the human species. It's time for a quantum leap in our consciousness. It's important that we have Einsteins living to the end of their lives, that they can pass knowledge down to the next generation. The loss of the body intellect of knowledge due to dementia, Alzheimer's, and other type of neuroinflammatory diseases is a loss to our society of the knowledge that's so important for us to protect and preserve in the past. So I see these as allowing a quantum leap in the evolution of human consciousness and intelligence, and to make happier and more creative people. Because we need to be able to create the solutions that can get us out of this problem, these problems that we're in right now.
If you want to be happier and more creative, say me in the chat box.
If you don't, why?
And if you don't, tell us why.
Tell us why.